I think that's the beauty of this particular discussion we are having. We are not talking about only blockchain. We are not talking about only AI, but we are really talking about how everything is coming together. So before we dial down a little bit further in AI space, I just want to recap a couple of things. So data management is one of the issues you spoke about. We're talking about smart contracts and the workflow efficiency we're talking about, the structuring of fund we're talking about, and how AI and blockchain can complement each other. We spoke about AI along with blockchain, but AI by itself, what is the future in the private markets?
I would like to probably start with something else, is what AI cannot solve these days, especially in the private credit markets. And as I said earlier, infrastructure and the anticipation of efficiencies around infrastructure, data ownership and processes is one thing. Second, there are a lot of rule-based processes in place. So why do we need AI agents for something that's rules-based and it's probably running way more efficiently? So I would say that there is a lot of over-identification of simple processes that are monolithic and solid and that do the job very well, just for the sake of hyping up the role of the agent. And at the end of the day, an agent is just a way to automate a tool to access data. But we've had robotic automation for many, many, many years. The key is the model and the quality of the model that those agents are using. So I think the future of any AI applications, not only in the private markets domain, is the ownership of those models, the understanding of market participants, what those models are capable of doing, and the confidence that the models are trained on the right type of data. Obviously, reducing hallucinations and increasing performance is important, but if your model architecture and the data you're feeding it are irrelevant, so would the output. The second part, and again, that speaks to the future of where AI will progress in the coming months, I'm not saying years because the space is moving super fast for us to be talking in years, is the ability for models to adapt in real time on new data and new information coming in. So far, what we've experienced on the market is AGI 1.0, if I can describe it this way, which is pre-training large language models on data and then using chat to retrieve that data. Those models are static. AGI 2.0 might be defined by the ability of those models to learn new information in real time, learning by not retaining it into context, but actually embedding it in the model's memory. So for example, if a new information for a new deal comes along, the model is able to process this and learn that. The models will also be able to anticipate in the private credit markets domain what new deals might be coming to the market before the humans have even thought about it. That does not mean that AI will eliminate the intent of investors, of customers, of platform participants, but it can help navigate in advance. And I think this is a very underutilized area of the application of transformers and large language models to predict. Again, you might argue, well, we've had machine learning for so many years. We've been doing predictions. We're moving away from hard-coded machine learning to super flexible online learning capabilities of new technology that I like to think more as machine learning 3.0 rather than agents.
Very interesting take on AI. Mark, you want to add further on that one?
So on the AI front, and again, specifically on the credit side, is the due diligence process obviously is very painful. You look at 3 to 6 months on average. And the one interesting stat is it actually takes, according to research, 100 hours to complete the due diligence as per private equity or private credit standards. So where are those 100 hours actually going? They go in wasting time sending emails, looking at PDFs, looking at Excel spreadsheets, calculating some formulas, looking at the exact figure that you're looking into your financials and your invoices and et cetera, et cetera. So this is where we see the added value of leveraging AI, and this is why we're partnering with Ivan's team, is how to create more liquidity in private markets, because that's a very big issue. In private credit, you've got 5, 7, 10 years of lockdown periods. So your investors, your seed investors cannot get their money out. Whoever is going to originate the debt to start with, whenever they want to get out of this transaction and they go to a secondary buyer, the buyer is going to be asking, what do you know that I don't know? Am I buying into a toxic asset? Why would I buy this asset from you? So they would ask a discount. And at this stage, it's better most of the time to buy and hold. So by removing the asymmetry, lowering the asymmetry of information, making it clearer, so cleaning the data, making sure that it's uploaded properly, it's going through LLM so you can directly spot what is good, what is not good. And if it's not good, then you can focus on the gems, like the right product, the right investment that would be good for your company and your investment portfolio, and reducing this time from 3-6 months to weeks to days to potentially a few hours in the future. So it's not here honestly to replace due diligence, but it's here to filter out the bad eggs technically, so you can focus and do your enhanced due diligence, and those 100 hours of due deal, actually having them a lot closer and not spread out over 3 to 6 months.
And just to add to that point, we both worked in the secondary market in traditional finance, and we know how long it took to onboard our clients back in the days. And again, that's foregone revenue and opportunity. And what we also learned from secondary markets, especially in the OTC asset classes, is that liquidity is temporal, meaning it's there when you probe it. It might not be there when you actually need it. So reducing the time it takes to onboard and increasing that speed and velocity of getting customers into the platform, introducing companies to investors, actually delivers the liquidity needed.